Hello again. Welcome to another episode of Sore Feet Adventurers. Last time we left off, you were having a dogfight in the air, and you were just with magical airships, and you were just ordered to go and support the ground troops. You were kind of going down, and you see the great structure of the Gilded Hall is in view, even as high up as you are. As you're kind of going closer down, you see the massed troops who have formed into lines to defend the courtyards all around. You're kind of directed towards one section of the battlefield. Your ship's kind of makes its way down. You have your other crewman. There, the little engineer. He's kind of flying it down for you as you're all going down. He brings down low and close to the ground.
How long does that take to get far down, all the way down?
It's pretty quick. You're kind of those of you who are kind of bracing yourself. Some of you could be holding the rails, and you're just like a dead drop.
Someone would have already jumped off and flown down instead of, staying on the ship.
Okay, so quick question. It's been a hot second. Since last session, for the players at least, did we have one of those ships or two of those ships?
We had two.
Two. That's right. Okay.
Didn't we crash the other one?
Yeah, we crashed the other one.
You have one.
I
crashed
crashed.
I thought we had two.
No,
We crashed it.
into another ship.
That's right.
Okay, thank you.
So you have the one slightly damaged ship.
Yeah, that's
That's the one I was driving.
the one you were
ship.
driving, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, we took
Okay.
it because it was in better condition. Ours is kind
Right.
of starting to fall apart.
My ship. That's right. Okay, sorry.
Sure.
Moving
As
on.
you're brought down close to the ground, you see the troops they're getting ready, and you're close enough that you can pretty much just jump off. You're about 10 feet off the ground. What's the going to do? Those who are if you want to fly, you're just going to fly down to the ground, I
Yeah,
guess?
you would already.
Yeah. Be
What's-
curious with you, Bolsa.
What's the ground situation look like? Well, as we're flying down, do we see like a huge battlefield going on?
It looked like they were getting prepared for it. As you're going down, you do see the enemy forces approaching the gates to the Gilded Hall.
Okay. And the other side's defending the Gilded Hall.
Yeah, they were all getting ready. It looks like they got some barricades up, kind of funnel the troops in, enemy troops in.
Where are we landing? Also.
Near close to the entrance, actually, from where have you been? You do see the familiar form of several of the large statues that make in the courtyard.
Okay.
No,
Is
I
there
don't
like
wanna eat anything
a kind of
crunchy
roll
while
perception, see if there's like a commander or like someone that's leading the troops or something?
I was gonna say with your training, you do see there's several officers, but you see look like they're pretty busy. And
Did we get I know we were set there to help the ground troops, but
you're just ordered to go down and support them.
okay.
Should we check in with the Thieves Guild or something?
You do see where as you gotta go lower, you just hear a mechanic turns to you both in. Sir, is this where you want to be dropped off?
Yes, this will do.
All right. I'm not much of a fighter. I'll go back in there after you've all disembarked.
I as I've been flying this ship, and I tell this engineer, I stake claim in this ship after rightfully taking it from the enemies.
You'd have to take that up with the High Lord. I believe this is property of Freehaven, but
We still also have those 9 prisoners and the captain.
That's right. So I shall, and I look at him. Is he in the military or anything like that?
he looks to be kind of got a rough. Well, he looks more of a mechanic, or so you see a mechanic or a smith. You see someone who kind of more fixes the ship.
And I look at him and say, then I rightfully turn the custody of the ship over to you and the inhabitants.
All right. Yep. I got it from here. Kind of go ahead.
I do take the captain off board, though.
You're gonna go and try to go and drag this captain.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're wise picking? I guess an enemy fighter.
He might be good for intelligence to find out enemy positions.
Or a hostage.
You're going to a battlefield. You mostly
We're dropping.
die.
I'm just going to drop it off to the commanders, see if they can get information out of it.
He just looks at you. You see like a pleading look in his eyes. Like,
We are going down to the ground where we are just going into battle. There may not be use of him with us.
All right. Then I put him back to where he was and then knock him out again.
You just all see, just like, all right. You see a heavy thud from of flesh on flesh. You just see how it falls over. You see how blood and like a tooth comes out.
I'm gonna take some rope off the deck and tie him up as well.
The already tied up captain.
He's already
Yes, even more.
Okay, you see this figure quickly becomes kind of like a cocoon of rope.
Understood.
Almost
You
more
never
rope.
can be too certain.
All right. Well, he's pointing. I guess this is your stop. Quickly before he's kind of looking in the sky before we're gunned down while we're hovering.
Balrothian gives a nod and
I run off and leap over the railing and onto the ground.
All right. As you jump down and you see more of a lot of the mercenaries kind of looking at the ship kind of wearily.
I'm gonna yell as well as a war cry.
I was about to say I'm just hitting my chest and just in my dragon language just saying, for my people,
All
for my country.
right. So everyone you see these two literally. I'm guessing you're jumping off as well.
Yes.
So you both the front line just jump off the ship, just give out a yell, and you just hear in Draconic the yell for my people. Just roar, just hitting his body and hitting his weapons together.
Mm-hmm.
You see some of the other mercenaries like raise their swords to it. Oh!
Do you want me to roll like a persuasion or intimidation?
You don't have to.
Oh, okay.
Saoirse and so it's Saoirse and Oath, you're the only two who are left on the ship.
Yeah,
I said I was just gonna leave the ship.
Okay,
And then
just,
they
you guys
pop
like
it.
step off, or you can like do a flip off, or you can do.
No, just
Be dramatic.
gracefully
Okay.
exit the vehicle.
As you watch those two jump down, you just just jump off, just do a perfect land, just walk
Superhero landing.
gracefully away from the ship,
Sorry.
Not even needed.
and just use it. You should.
I said I stepped off
jump
already.
Okay, well you're 10 feet in the air,
Yeah.
and you can just step. You're just gonna step off.
Yeah.
All right. You just step off and yeah, I would say you just step off and just catch yourself and you hit the ground. So realize it's a lot taller than you originally thought.
Oof.
And all right, as you make your way, you see a hand up, being moving towards you. That sees you, see someone waving towards your direction. Verothian.
Okay, we did it.
Did you see a dwarven figure in full plate spiked armor? He's met you. You
Would I recognize this dwarf?
no,
Just because he's a dwarf.
you do not recognize his dwarf.
What about their unit?
Did you meet them? I can't remember if you guys met them or not. Did you meet the Dirk and Ridgestone?
I don't think so.
Unless you met them while I was gone, I have no idea. Don't believe so.
I don't know. The name kind of sounds familiar, but I'm not positive.
I think I was told about their unit.
Yeah, you were told to meet up with them. Usually it's
Okay.
Baldwin! Over here, blood!
Oh, that's right.
Okay,
We were
then-
told about how they were and their unorthodox way of fighting, and how I said,
Oh yeah, don't they hug people to death?
yes, that was it.
What?
Yeah,
I don't remember this.
so you can roll for if you want history.
I
All
wouldn't
right.
have to. I'm a dwarf.
All
I
right.
would
You
know
can
about
tell
this.
from his spiked armor, you know what this dwarf is.
Yeah.
So
And I would put my hand kind of in a stopping motion. Battle Ragers.
are you like shout that for everyone or
No, like just Sora and I.
oh? All right, so you see him as he kind of puts his on your hip and is like Battle Ragers. He said that to you.
I have a bad temper. These ones worse.
You see this dwarf actually after waving, he just starts walking up. See him shouting out, get back in ranks! And he just starts walking towards you.
Yeah, he'd walk to me.
All right, he'd be halfway. He just goes and hits his chest, just hit the armor. Ah, good day for battle, isn't it?
He just looks up at
Oh, he's
the
a
sky.
dwarf. Or are you already just looking up?
Yeah, just kind of looks up, just kind of considers it. Sure.
Ah, the chances of a ship following me gets my blood pumping. This your motley crew.
Yeah, you could say that.
I look useful. Okay, so this guy's looking around all you.
I'd say all of them have their uses.
How do they fare in battle?
Pretty well.
Oh, that's good. Real good. All right. You're going to go and assist. I'm going to place you up. You're going to assist the You're gonna what are they? The mouse, the little ones. Yeah, help them out. The gunner guard. I'm gonna put you placed next to them to back them up. He'll be holding the left. He's got to point towards the left. He'll be holding the left grounds over there from enemy troops. Hold them until my boys are ready.
Excuse me. I was wondering,
He's just full attention. Just goes.
Yeah.
He's just.
He also straightens up a little bit. Have the non-combatants been moved to a safe area?
Hey, all workers are below ground.
Okay.
If not, then they're idiots. And then not to worry about them.
All right. Thank you.
I have a question for you.
Is it a good one or is it stupid?
It's a good one. I came for a sight of battle. I've heard you employ catapults launching your own men into crowds. Did you bring one?
Better.
I can't wait to see it.
Hey, so, all right, to the left. Good fighting. He just hits his chest again. You ought to be left. We got the other main force kind of holding over to the right. Adonis is watching our back.
Very well.
Sound good?
Aye.
All right. Fortune smile up on you.
You as well.
Your feet be always on the ground. He walks away.
And Okri kind of gives an audible sigh of relief. We got past that.
Were you expecting something worse?
The battle ragers I've met had chips on their shoulders.
Well, he seemed chipper, if not,
That's because he's surrounded by combat.
Yeah, he seemed a little excited about that.
For those battle ragers that are not, constantly frustrated, annoyed, asking themselves why are they not fighting.
Okay.
You just start talking. You do notice that the men are starting to make formations. Are moving up to getting ready to brace and meet the enemy. You see the guard to your left who are going with you. You see a bunch of them. So you see a bunch of mouse folk. Right? This way! They kind of look like a swarm. It's like they go over some barricades. And they look to have like simple but wooden shields, and they're just holding together. They make like a perfect wooden wall. And they pull out. You see like just spears, and somehow the other ones behind them have clubs, like great big clubs, and they just kind of prepare themselves.
Important question. Do
Yes.
they look
This
cute?
reminds me of my days
Yes, they
on
look
the
like
wall,
little furry mouse people.
Oh no.
fighting all those orcs.
Oh no, Nikiri wants to hug them.
Saoirse is visibly conflicted. Just like, are they adorable or are they
And
threatening?
They're adorably
As you're looking
deadly.
closer, you do notice that they actually look like they have like war paint speared all
Oh,
over.
no!
Yeah.
Oh no!
And
Does
with
anyone
your
want-
vision, Saoirse, you do notice that these are not your normal. What you first took is like kind of cute. You do see a large number of them actually have like visible scars. Some are beyond their fur. Like some are nicks off their ears. Some of them actually have missing eyes and have eye patches.
Are these veterans?
Have you not heard of the Gutter Guard before?
Out of game. I've never heard of the Gutter
No,
Guard
you
before.
haven't.
No.
Yeah.
You're
No.
from out of town.
No, I've never
I've
heard of them.
right? Did we establish
Yes,
that?
you've heard of them.
Have I worked with them before?
You've worked in their territories before.
Okay.
You do know they're pretty much the kind of law and the kind of the mouse folk areas. They're kind of taken as their areas, and some they mostly guard as their name, gotta guard a lot of the alleyways.
Ah, I probably had a few run-ins with them.
They're really good at kind of steering clear of the main populace and pretty much hiding.
Besides the mouse folk, what's like the general like race here?
You see a majority of a different races. Mostly, it looks to be mostly a lot of human you can see, but there's also elves, some tieflings. You see quite a bit of Aarakocras look like they're kind of flying over one section of the
What color are they?
varied colors, but
Okay.
various colors. It looked like there's just a bunch of them.
Oh, is my guild here?
Well, yes, technically we are on the Gilded Isle.
No, my guild mates. Like, are they around?
Looking around, you kind of really can't tell. Everything's kind of just a lot's happening so fast. It's kind of hard time, and you guys are gonna being brought up towards the line.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so with that, as you guys are you guys walk up to the left part, you see the you're walking up, there's one of the large statues. Kind of as you're kind of going around it, you're been stationed near it. There's parts there's grass and there's sections where there's more of trees. Also, kind of can block kind of the view towards the main gate. You do see the main gate, large gate, which is the stones and the solid steel, little pretty much gates that are opened up. And beyond that, you do hear kind of just getting louder and louder as you recognize this is movements. There's movements of a large number of people, individuals. Which gets louder and louder and
I'm gonna
louder.
bring up my shield and limber up.
All right.
You take my bow out.
And from what you can see from the gates that has been that's opened, you see several units of what you'd say would be pretty much a military, all dressed in unison. I'll just step.
You can say marching. It's okay, Carson.
Okay, I'm gonna make the noise though. Marching in unison towards you, and they're about 40 feet away, and you kind of hear like a whistling noise. Just kind of where the wall of the guild hall, where their stone walls just been crumbled, as looked to be some sort of ballistas or catapults just came and just brought them all down, widening this gate for allowed several of the platoons through. And
Is this on the left side or on the
nope,
side?
this is right in front of you.
Oh,
where
boy.
you're stationed. And there are several units are coming through.
Oh boy.
Just marching through. They kind of just stop at the gate, and then you just hear all the marching at once just stops. There's a silence. So once you get ready, just kind of going through. You swear if there was tumbleweed, you would definitely see it going through. And as they stop, you do hear some more orders in the background. You know, like advance, and you just see the front line just lower their spears, and they start walking towards you.
All right. Roll initiative.
And roll initiative.
All right. I'm raging.
And you are for this map. You are placed by the large statue. You can be on either side or in front of it.
I'm gonna be behind.
So you're gonna be like hiding behind it.
I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
All right.
Put me next to Sora, please.
All right. So you're around this large statue. You actually do see it as a dwarven statue of a dwarfing figure.
Do I recognize the dwarven figure?
You don't know. You didn't catch the name on the side, but he looks like he was a great builder.
I'm gonna cast mage armor.
You gotta roll initiative first.
Oh.
Yep. Roll initiative.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
I'm
Did you
using-
cast
I'm
it
using-
earlier?
I will say if you want to cast it before the combat,
Oh.
I'm gonna say if you were to cast
Yeah.
Smargum, you can cast it. I'm gonna let you guys.
I'm using my
Whatever
feral instinct to rage, so I can.
I don't
rage
remember I
during-
cast it last
So
episode.
I'm not surprised.
Okay,
So, yeah.
because I was gonna say if you cast
Yep.
it last episode, it
It's
lasts
just
for
both.
8 hours.
Use my
Okay.
inspiration.
I want to say I
That's
don't think
much
you did.
better.
I don't think I
That's
did
Better than
either.
an 8.
So I'm gonna say you can cast it for free since you literally see this force coming towards you.
Okay.
So now, before you combat, is there any actions people ever want to do before you roll for initiative? Any actions to
I
prepare
already
yourself?
rolled.
Yeah.
I have mage armor.
Take a swig of my whiskey.
I'm just
Alright.
using my feral instincts to rage, but for my initiative, so I don't get surprised.
Alright. Is there any spells you want to get ready, or
22, yes.
What do you add to your initiative?
No, it's fine.
all right?
It's your dexterity.
And roll. Roll for initiative.
What's your dex?
Oh, my dex is a 16.
So yeah. Oh, you got 26. Nice.
Dex?
Wait, 26, did I?
You rolled. You got 23. Oh wait.
I just have a plus 3. It would be a
Oh.
24. I rolled a 20.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah, yeah.
I'm thinking. I'm
No,
sorry.
you're good. You're good.
Just making sure.
So I got a 23 in initiative to roll.
Dang.
22.
But to get that, I used my inspiration.
Alright.
First one was an 8.
So they-
If that tells you anything.
so you had a 23.
That's right.
All right, 23. So let's go. I guess we'll go from there. Did anyone beat 23?
24?
Yeah, but.
All right.
Nice.
Oh, you rolled that 22. Oh my god.
Yeah.
You got 20.
There's,
Nice.
20 plus
24.
4.
24. Then we have Oakry. You have a 23.
22.
22.
Wow, look at us.
Sora.
Just
22.
roll 20, we would all be last.
Does anyone have
Yeah.
above 20 also? Anyone 20 to 15?
19.
17.
19. We'll go. 19.
You gonna be able to make it
17.
tomorrow?
All right.
No, I'm gonna be
Oh,
fine.
shit, that's right.
17.
13.
All right. Here he has 13.
That's still pretty good.
I like going last anyways.
Okay.
All
At least when
right.
it comes to the group order.
That's good, I suppose.
All right. And that. All right. So, as he kind of marching forward, you just see the gutter guard kind of just get ready to kind of meet them head on. And with that, first roll goes to Susha. As they're coming in down towards you, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to go up to Sora before he advances, and I'm going to cast guidance.
Okay.
You
You
guys
have
stand up?
advantage on ability check now.
Sure.
All right. You go up and you just
I thought it was just
so
a
you
D4.
move up and you have to move up to.
Oh wait, yeah, sorry, not
Next
advantage.
to-
You have
Look at my
D4
stuff.
on your
I see
next
how it
ability
is.
check.
So you'd be,
4
you can be like, there you go. You're,
Yep.
you're on the other side of this. So you move up about
Here, take my guidance.
15 feet and you're kind of hugging the statue and you're just kind of reaching over and touching the hulking
Don't
frame
kill me.
of Sora and
Tap.
just get some guidance. All right.
Nuts.
Okri. What are you going to do?
I'm going to stand steadfast and ready in action.
All right.
I'm going to move up with Sora together and attack.
All right. Up a Sora and attack.
Okay.
All right. All right. So you're moving up with Sora. She's going to move up as an action just to go up when Sora does.
Ready as a reaction, so I'm using my movement and also attacking.
Okay.
Are you
And then Sora.
attacking first? Is my question. When I'm moving up, are you able to make it?
Yeah, I have 30 movement speed.
So you'll be able to make the front lines?
Yeah.
Okay. So as he's getting close up to there, I cast... Yeah, that'll definitely hit. Because I wanted to hit. Well, I'll have enough movement to get out of the way. I'm going to use my Fire Breath, and I have a feat that doesn't harm any of my companions.
You just blow the fire over his head.
It
Don't bend over.
it actually does this. As he has his weapons out, he gets an extra d6 of fire damage.
Yeah!
All right.
Yeah, that's gotta be intimidating to see.
As these people are on fire, but as flames erupt around him, his blades are now...
Oh, roll for your
Just one
attack
blade.
first.
Full blade.
Yeah. As you're lit on fire, but you feel powerful. 6.
My ambitions have been set forth as if lighting a fire under my ass.
You are granted haste.
Oh yeah, they have to.
I guess before I actually have models representing, so these squares are each a unit of enemies, but they're going to be represented as one single enemy entity. So any scatter or AoEs you have, they're only going to affect one model.
Okay. It's a 15-foot cone. It's a deck save,
Okay.
so they have to beat a 15.
Okay. So 15.
All right.
And they fail.
All right. They take full damage.
All right. How much damage?
Ooh,
That's not bad.
That's not bad. 16 fire damage.
16 fire damage. All right.
And
Spreads out to how far? 15?
15, so I'll hit a whole row, pretty much, of here to, like, here.
All right. So 16. As you go and you just go and it seems as you Oakley runs up with you and you're kind of in unison. You're right behind him as you breathe in, inhale and inhale this fire. Goes over the soldiers. You hear several screams. They start burning. Several soldiers just fall down, burning. As they die, and then you see the weapons of Oakley. So everyone else can see his weapons light up. So he has a flaming shield, and his full blade weapon is also on fire.
Oh boy.
And since that counts as an attack, thanks to my ancestral guardian, they all have disadvantage. They have disadvantage on everyone except for me. On any.
All right.
So, and I will move right next to Oakley.
All right.
And now I'm going to use my attacks.
Should I have 2 of?
It's just only for one attack, just to let you know.
For a reaction?
No,
Ready action?
no. Whenever if you hit, it's just the 1d6, so it only hits one time.
You hit
Oh,
them,
okay, I see.
and then your sword goes out.
Fades away. Gotcha. Okay, good to know. Thank you. Okay. I raise my full blade that is flaming now. And, I yell out my name. From the clan of the bright blades, I, Okri, will strike you down!
All right.
And I chuckle in the irony of my blade. That's a critical hit.
All right. Critical hit.
That also, I think, that also affects the flame damage too. So
Okay. So that is 22 damage. Let's see.
so roll 2d6 fire.
2d6. Okay. 4,
Nice.
6, 10 damage of fire damage on top of that.
10 damage. And what was your first damage?
So it is altogether 32 damage.
32.
Yep.
All right. Should you
And
go
then,
and just? Oh, you have more attacks.
I
Right?
do.
Yep. Finish your attacks. Then I'll to the narrative of this.
And I'm going to use one moment. It's called.
Oh, actually, that affects every attack, and not until the end of my next turn.
Oh, nice. So I
So-
can continue. Okay, cool. Well, it doesn't change my plan one bit. I'm going to use Great Weapon Master.
All right.
So I take a -5 to my attack. Does a use my inspiration on that? Does a what would that be?
Do you have a bonus to that or something?
No,
Oh,
that's
what would it
straight
be?
that. God, that sucks. I miss. No, that's a 19 minus 5.
14. Does a 14 hit?
You just missed.
Ooh.
Okay. And that's how that is.
Let me actually. Nope, you do hit.
Oh, I do hit.
You do
Okay, cool.
Because of the mass I changed AC. So all right.
That's right. Okay,
So-
so I'm going to strike down, and that is 27, 30 damage.
30 more damage.
Yes.
Man. All right, that's all your attacks.
No.
All right.
Action surge.
All right.
Possibly. Hang on.
Can you action surge on a?
That's what I'm looking.
Yeah. 'Cause I don't think you
Nope,
can.
can't.
Yeah. So it just as that. Yeah.
It's okay. They get to have a taste of that later. That's my turn. Yeah, because it
All
says
right.
on your turn.
So you go as you see the flames engulf your shield and you're up and just let off them. Okay, bright blade. And you go and just kind of cut a swath through the first head that just cleaves through several of these soldiers with their shields ready to brace. It just cuts it right through it. As this thing just melts through the metal. Then you just get ready to kind of brace yourself. You do a overhead attack and just cut through 2 of them as they kind of come towards you. Just you cut right in half one. You kind of pierce the other one, the front of his body, and he just falls backwards. You see the whole front line has been annihilated. You just see what was wounded. The other soldiers are pulling back the wounded soldiers to the back of the group as they look like they're taking them to go get medic.
Don't you mean a coffin?
So they grab the wounded ones, not the dead ones.
That's
So
fair.
they take them back to out of combat. But they still press on.
The D&D combination.
And with that, it is now Belle. It's your turn.
Cool.
Ocean.
Well, first off, he'll activate Blade Song first. He'll pull out the sword that his mom let him borrow. Then he'll steel himself, and then he'll point the sword at this group.
This is regret the ones to the right to the other group of soldiers that are making their way through the gate.
Is this... So, question to clarify this. We are over on the left.
Yeah, to the left side, yeah.
All of this is the left.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he'll point to the other group that...
It's nearest to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he'll cast confusion on that whole group.
Roll a d10 and start each turn. Okay.
And I can
Page
look that
224.
up for you.
Okay, look that up.
Mm-hmm. But, that's at the start of their turn, so I'll look that up for when that comes. But you just gotta roll wisdom saving throws for them.
All right.
And they gotta be the 16, but let me double check. Yes, that's a 16.
All right.
But then that'd be the end of my turn. Those
Okay.
are all my actions.
You move forth. You do go and put your hand forward and see a spell kind of cast through as a wave hits this unit of enemies as they're kind of approaching your location.
When you chant that, is it gibberish to confuse them?
It's sim speak.
And with that, it is then Ebalsa's turn.
Cool. So how does a single target spell work on these guys? Does it just count for the whole group?
Count them as a single one, but depends what kind of spell it is.
Use heat metal.
You roll for damage roll for the whole.
Alright.
They have a shared health pool, so.
Cool. Yeah. Ebalsa is gonna peek up from behind the statue and just cast heat metal and then duck back behind it.
Okay. She's gonna go around the corner and just say your verbals and you cast your spell. And several of these, so everyone can see, you kind of see this other unit kind of the other side as Sora, as you and Oki are kind of fighting and defending. You see the other unit as they're kind of approaching some of their armor and their weapons seem to be heating, turning red, bright red. It's like, oh! And you can roll for damage.
I would like to think, since my back is turned, I don't see it. I still think that's the fire that's doing that.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Okay.
Okay, that's 9 damage. Yeah.
9 damage? All right. You see just several, like, oh, look, they're kind of wincing. You hear kind of wincing in pain.
But I believe they need to make a save in order to keep holding their weapons.
All right. What's the save?
They gotta be a 17.
What type?
Con.
The con, you do see some drop their weapons, but others kind of, as they drop it, they kind of back up and more come to fill the holes in the ranks.
So are these saves working for all of them?
No, you only made a couple drop their weapons.
So then they pass the save.
Yes.
Okay.
So some drop it, so they ultimately pass it, but you see several of them drop their weapons. And with that, it is the soldiers. Now the enemy soldiers' turn. And ones who are we're going for movement wise, we're gonna move all together. Kind of the ones that are in combat with Sora and Oki, they kind of just trying to push forward, trying to gain some momentum against you.
Mm-hmm.
And you see this other unit kind of go wide.
Did you?
As they head forward.
Did you roll for them for the
What is
wisdom
the?
save?
Did you pull up the?
Yeah, I'm in the C's. I have the table.
All right.
There you go.
Oh. Let's see here. And 10.
I think Sora's fire is doing well. Same with my weapons.
Yeah.
D&D.
All right,
Yeah.
and
Dragonborns. and
Dwarves. Yes.
and with that, you do see the ones who are kind of confused, look like they're dazed, or again, as if they're kind of brought over to the side, to the back of the run. You see some other soldiers kind of knock him in the head to get him back in the fight as the group seems to move forward. As they go forward, 1, 2, and they kind of go to the side, away from you, from Oakley's great blade, and they kind of sort of moved forward towards the other side of this great statue that you guys are kind of stationed at.
My question: what is that green thing right there? No.
That is as you see, there's a little like kind of hat. There's a post on each side, and it's pretty much a line of grass.
Okay.
Kind of just kind of a spread the
Divider?
paths to show you divider.
Oh, okay.
So we can stand on that?
Yeah, you can stand on it.
It's not an
Better.
obstacle.
Don't step on the grass.
I thought there were edges. I was like,
And so the unit moves up, and all the soldiers that are fighting you kind of make some attacks against you. So,
Okay, so just to let you know, every single attack on him has disadvantage.
all right.
They're not going to hit me.
Well,
Unless it's a crit.
Better knock on the
yeah,
table.
you got one hit.
2.5% chance.
And there's that crit.
Okay, well, that would hit me.
And all the rest of the city, they kind of go and try doing some stab marks. You guys are mostly blocking. So you're blocking and kind of just taking them superficial damage. Really does nothing to you. They just kind of stab into your scales. You kind of just flex and stop the blade from entering too far in. And one does seem to get around your shield and stabs right into you, Oak, as you're blocking another attack. Just stabs right in there. Gets through your armor, kind of underneath the arm.
Under the chink.
As I see this, my spirit of my ancestors block that damage.
All right. And
So
how much is there a limit to how much damage you block? Or
It could block the whole thing, possibly.
all right,
7 damage blocked.
7 damage blocked. As you feel the spirit go in and you're getting ready for the winds of pain, it actually isn't as bad as you thought it would have been.
I yell back at them and say, tickles!
And you only take 5 damage.
You feel like a spirit is a dragon's head is right next to your face.
You feel as if you feel some small aura is kind of defending you. You feel a bonding with this large dragon man you're fighting next to. You feel like he's watching over you.
I kind of look up. You're calling me short?
No, they are.
And I guess continue to go forth.
All right, they're kind of pushing against you. You're both pushing against them, and with that, we're going to Nahiri.
Okay, I'm gonna use my bow and fire at the group that Sora and them are engaged in. Since they are there, within 5 feet and they're engaged, I do get sneak attack, correct?
Yep.
Cool.
You're going to have to move to your left, though. Otherwise, you'll have a -2 to hit.
Well, she can.
Hey, you
She has a whole
hiding
full
behind
body, though.
You're hiding behind the
Yeah.
statue. You don't have to
Never
move over a little bit,
Yeah.
so you're not.
So you
Trying
don't
to look
accidentally
through.
shoot
Yeah.
Saoirse.
Yeah.
Or myself.
There's that attack.
Ow.
Okay, move first. And then shoot. If I miss, I'm gonna use lucky. Ooh. Shoot. Why do I always forget? What do I add?
It's +7.
It's your
Oh, +7.
Mhm.
This 16.
that hits.
That hits. Okay. And then I roll 1d6. Where did my? Oh God.
How much d6 do you need?
I've got them right here.
Oh, look.
So with sneak attack, I get the 3d6. So I need 4. Is that right?
It's a bow. It's 1d6. It's 1d6.
Yeah, 1d6
1d6
plus
plus
sneak
4,
attack,
so-
which is 3d6. Okay, so I just need
Yeah.
4.
46.
Okay, cool. Okay, 6, 12, 15, 17 total.
17. So you go and kind of peek around. You kind of step out and you pull back your bow and you pull it. So, Saoirse, you see an arrow go right by your head. Just kind of goes right next to your ear. You kind of hear it going by. And you, as you're all looking forward, as several soldiers you kick one right in the eye and it just goes right through. It hits one of the other soldiers right behind, just in the neck. He just falls to the ground, just gurgling. Kind of, they're quickly brought to the side as more soldiers push forward.
I turn back to Nahir and give her a look of shock. It's like, the hell?
And I'm going to move back behind the pillar. And I don't think there's anything else I can do.
You can hide.
Yeah, bonus
I mean-
action hide.
Yeah.
You're going to go and hide back behind.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and hide back behind the thing.
Okay.
Do I just need to roll stealth or just
Yep.
leave
Yeah.
it? Okay, yeah, I'll roll stealth. That's a 27.
All right. You are very well hidden behind that giant statue. And go to the top. And now it is back to Saoirse. Your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to cast Entangle. And I don't have to see it. I just have to a point within range.
Did you go? Sorry.
Also, did you use guidance?
No, not yet. No. But I still have a minute with it.
You can choose to cancel it anytime you want. It's up to you. If there are better options you feel that would fit
You
the
want
combat.
to have the guidance or you want to do
Yeah,
it?
I'm going to cancel guidance and cast Entangle right in the middle
All right.
of this unit.
DC 16.
All right.
Is it
What
dex?
is
That's Dex, yeah.
what is entangled?
Grasping weeds invites sprout from a 20-foot square radius within range, and the range is 90 feet. So
Okay. What
you have
else?
to make a
does it do?
saving throw, strength.
Strength saving
Oh,
throw?
yeah.
Yes,
And
against
then,
Or-
otherwise they're restrained or what?
difficult terrain.
Different. All right. Or difficult terrain. All right.
It does damage, too.
What?
Which,
I could have swore that.
I
Does it
didn't
do
see
damage
it.
or no?
I'm just slowing him down. I don't see damage. It just becomes difficult terrain.
Oh. Yeah,
All right.
never mind.
That's
so
because-
DC 16.
Yes.
Oh, they're restrained if they don't make the DC.
All right. With a natural 1, you go and you cast your spells. You kind of just you feel got a little someone kind of helping you. It kind of just fades, Sora. You go and you go around and you cast your kind of put your hand toward you, hands forth, and you cast a spell. And you seem to, the area you went to shoot at, it seems to have spread further than you initially wanted as it quickly goes and envelopes the nearby forest of these soldiers. And you see just vines and even branches start growing out and just stopping these soldiers in their tracks as even the very grass that's nearby just grows up and starts grabbing legs. And they just become entangled and here's, confusion amongst the ranks as they're just kind of, start hacking away at these branches and the vines and all manner of plant life has grown up to grab them and grasp them. And they seem to be stuck there.
Where's this at on the map?
Right here.
In the middle.
Okay.
Right there, the one that's closest to the woods.
Do you guys want me to read out the restrained condition?
I have it right here. I can read it right. So restrained creature's speed becomes 0. And it can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. The creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. Now, because they are a swarm, they would normally be immune to it, but because they rolled a 1, I'm going to allow it to that they're affected by it. So they have all been hindered by the growth of plants from your spell that is holding them at bay, so they cannot move.
I guess that's all I can do now.
That's a pretty good spell right now.
All right.
Yep.
And Okri, it is your turn now.
You still have that fire damage.
I do. And, let's see. I'm going to use one of my superiority dice, and I'm going to use precision attack. When you make a weapon attack roll against a creature, you can expend one superiority die to add it to the roll. You can use this maneuver before or after making the attack roll, but before any effects of the attack are applied. On top of that, I'm going to use Great Weapon Master.
All right.
And there's a 13.
13 misses. Trying to
Okay,
hit.
and that's a 16 now.
16 hits.
Okay. That does not much, but okay. That does 25 damage.
Plus the d6.
Oh yeah, plus a d6 of fire damage. So that is 27.
27.
Yep. Second attack, and with the weapon master, and that is a 23.
That hits.
Okay. Okay. That is a 26.
26 damage. And, all right.
And action surge.
You're an action surge.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You're going to do an action surge.
And with the weapon master feat as well.
All right. What master?
Great weapon master. And that does okay. 20 damage plus 2 fire damage, so 22.
22.
And I'm gonna attack again
All right.
with weapon master,
Nice.
and that is a. Actually, I'm gonna use precision attack on that.
That's a 16 hit, though.
Is that a 6? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. So 16, that hits.
All right. That does it.
And that is 23 plus 4 fire damage.
23 and 4, so
23 slashing damage.
and 4 fire damage.
Mhm.
So 27 total. All right. And you kind of just wave through. You're just like yell. You kind of start sweeping your blade in wide arcs. You're just cutting through their shields and their armor, where they kind of block through their. Even break some swords as they go to block your or parry your weapon. Just kind of go right through them. These wide arcs. You're just going rank after rank, and you're just walking into this large unit of troops, and. That they seem to, after you kind of get past them, you've knocked most of them down, you're looking around and you see the ones that were able, all the few soldiers that were able to move freely and walk, still standing, they kind of fled. So you see everyone else, you do see this one unit of troops kind of just breaks and kind of flees.
So I'm still in the moment of combat. Do I get any opportunity attacks?
I'm going to say you can, or you can let them go, or you're going to strike down. All right.
Strike them down.
You strike some and you just cut off some legs as they're kind of running away just because they just tumble down and looks like some are still trying to crawl away. You just stand on one who's just kind of injured and wounded. Make yourself slightly taller.
Okay.
And that now is Sora. It's your turn.
Regains movement.
Yeah, I will be using movement.
As you kind of break this one unit of enemy soldiers.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So is that an open slot right there, or?
No, they're there.
Okay.
So Barothine and Saoirse, you would see that after he's cutting through a swath of those enemy troops, he kind of goes and flanks this other enemy unit as they're trying to cut themselves out from being tangled.
Mm-hmm.
And Sora?
Alright. I will jump through the grass.
You greatly hurtled over this short grass.
Extra.
This well trimmed,
Yes.
highly manicured lawn.
You seem to jump over it.
And I have advantage because
Yeah, you have advantage on all these tangled soldiers.
Yeah.
You see a look of fear in the eyes in the back of the unit as you just see this large dragon man just behind them.
Yeah.
Ah, they're trying
Pull
to free
out.
their shields.
pull out my great axes and I'm gonna go into town.
All right.
Uh, 18 and then a 17 with advantage.
That hits.
It's a mass, but they would be prone. 13 damage for the first one.
All right.
And second attack. Well, the first one would hit. But. So. Ooh, max damage.
How much?
It's gonna be 20 damage.
Nice. All right. Is that your attacks?
That is my attacks, yes.
All right. You kind of jump over. As you jump over this, as you trim the grass, you kind of behind them. The look of fear, and you're just sitting there like, "Let me help you," and you just start hacking through all the plants that are entangling them. The plants and the soldiers are being entangled as you're just hacking through them. The plants just to be seen holding up dead bodies in their wake.
As my dragon spear is right behind me.
All right, and just hacking away through several of them, just kind of working your way forward.
And that's my turn, yeah.
And that is Belle's. Belle's turn.
Did I get the sense that my confusion spell worked at all?
You got a sense for against a large number, it's not so great.
Okay.
They seem to just have the numbers that just replace those who were affected by them.
Okay. Then in irritation, he'll take the sword and stab it into the ground and cast minute meteors.
All right.
And then he'll take 2 of them and send them into here.
All right.
As long as they won't hit these 2, since it's a 5-foot radius
Okay.
explosion.
So for listeners, it would be in the far corner.
You're just standing at the
Just
single
hitting
mast.
it.
Yeah.
All right.
And they need to make a dexterity saving throw. Do they
Alright.
have disadvantage?
They do have disadvantage.
DC.
16.
Nice.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They fail both.
Okay, cool. Hold on 1 second.
While in combat, I say, "You have to teach me your technique on cleaving these foes."
Harness your anger. And think, and be angry. If you don't live past this, you won't have another ale.
7 fire damage on the first one,
All right.
and then 2 on the second one.
All right. As you send forth as you kind of just boom, stab your sword in the ground, you conjure all the 6 meteorites that are, I think it's 6, right? 6,
Mhm.
and start encircling your body as you move your hands, and you send 2 of them flying towards these enemies. You see them just pierce 2 of the enemies, pretty much just right in the chest, cracking their armor, and just you see the fire just kind of envelop and it just kind of goes up to their neck, and just like some of the kind
He turns
see
away
heat-
as he sends
heat
them
coming
out.
out of one of their mouths. The other one just you just hear a gasp.
He
He's
turns
not
away as
watching.
he
Okay.
sends them out.
Okay. You hear a hiss and a kind of smell from stuff starts rising up.
Snap, crackle, pop.
And now it is Ebosa's turn.
Okay, use my bonus action right off the bat to do some more damage with that heat metal.
All right.
You gotta make another save. 17. What'd they get?
Got -1.
A -1?
Yeah.
That's cute.
I'm gonna say because -1, wherever you roll that you do double damage.
Cool.
Jeez. It's not their guys' day.
So that is pretty lackluster, but that's 8 damage.
Is that when it's doubled?
Yeah.
All right. As you see even more, as they can't even move, those who can't even move, just as
He's not looking.
burning. Okay. You just hear screams from as
Yeah.
you go around and you go back here. Screamings and you hear kind of a sizzle.
So they failed, and then that means they dropped their weapons.
They wish they could,
Okay.
as they are kind of tangled
Uh,
up and one with their weapons.
I'm gonna actually use my actual attack now. Lean out and shoot them with my bow.
All right. She's leaning over. You see the group as right. Roll to hit.
Just seeing the war crimes you've done.
It's a 22.
That
If
hits.
you focus on the standing ones, you don't have to see the ones that are on the ground.
It's terrible.
5 damage. Which is trash.
5 damage.
Yeah.
All right. As you go and you quickly shoot. You see you like hit one who's trying to break free, and she has air escapes him, and she's like, oh, starts bleeding from the wound.
Yeah, she shot her bow, made sure it hit, and then stopped looking.
All right. And there are none on the ground. They're all being held up, whether they like to or not.
Well, I mean, like, upright ones. I don't know.
All right. And that is now soldiers' turns as...
Strength save.
Yep. And what is your DC?
16.
16? As they struggle against this, they are not moving.
They can still
fail.
attack us.
They can still attack. You see the ones who are trying to break free. You see other ones just are finally able to actually have their spears ready and make some stab motions against you, Sora.
But they have disadvantage.
They do. It's not their day. What's your AC?
20.
Boy. 1 hits.
Wow.
And let's see here. One has a crit. And the other ones, they seem to just kind of stab you, and some are actually even stopped short from the overgrowth. Just they kind of stab you. Some of the branches and the vines are just you see them kind of close to your face.
I'm going to use, actually...
And one actually gets some breaks free as he's pushing it, and actually stabs you into the shoulder, and you take 4 damage.
Is that already halved?
Yes,
All right.
you take 4 damage. It actually kind of pierces your skin as you just kind of stare at it. He actually reaches in.
Barbarian.
He realizes his folly of his mistake as you're still
Can I
standing.
say? Can I say something as he does this?
Can I do
can.
something about this, though?
What is it like an ability you're doing?
What are you trying to do? Okay, what are you trying to do?
Use one of my superior dice.
All right.
And, if you're willing, I switch places.
You want to switch places?
Bait switch.
So we just. Oh, so you take the.
I take the damage if they hit.
You can, if you can say as a reaction, you can use it.
He has.
When you are within 5 feet of your ally. Actually, no, never mind.
Sure.
That sucks. Oh well, no, you take the damage. Nothing
Oh,
happens.
I actually would have said no either way because I want the damage.
Okay, so what are you gonna do when if you get stabbed and you just stare at the spear?
I look at. Surprised that he hit me. I say. Lay down, you. Only you. Lay down your weapons, and if you do, you survive.
As you see, he's kind of trying to still break free as the whole unit's kind of look like they're still functional units still, even though they are kind of tied up.
Well, do I see like any emote, like his face, like saying yes or no?
You saw a quick glimmer of fear in his eyes, and then he just kind of steels himself as you realize he's still surrounded by. You're guessing surrounded by allies. So they all kind of get ready,
I say he lives.
and it's now Harry's turn.
Yay. Okay, I'm going to. Do I go towards Saoirse or Ebulsa? Okay, I'm gonna move towards Ebulsa, so I can go around the corner.
Nope, that's
No,
Saoirse.
Saoirse.
Hello.
Ah! Other ways, you've also.
I'm the disembodied
And-
pair of feet, remember?
Yes, I remember. This one.
Mhm.
All right, so Saoirse. So
Yes,
you,
that's me.
you go on the
Hi.
left side of the statue as you go forth. You do notice a large number of those soldiers are either dead on the ground or have gone, have fled. As you look around the corner, you see the other large group as they look like to be entangled in overgrowth.
Okay. How bad is this last group?
With your perception, you see several hanging corpses being held up and being by this overgrowth that's holding him and preventing him from hitting the ground. You do see some
Okay.
parts of him in the ground have quickly been covered with plants. and kind of
Fertilizer.
back with fertilizer for the ever-growing plants.
That's a horrifying thought.
What weapons are they carrying, by the way?
Most of them have spears.
Let's
Some have some
see.
swords.
Okay.
Debating, do I want to do magic missile or just fire my bow?
Magic missile.
Yeah, why not? I'll cast magic missile as a second level spell. So let's see, one dart, so I get 3, so that's 1d4.
So you have 44, I believe.
Yeah, 44. Where are my 44s? I'm gonna cast magic missile, so second level spell, so 44. 1, oof, 2. Ooh, 3. Come on!
Well, at least you get a
Oh,
plus one.
There you go. Mine rolled the best.
So 7 damage. Oh, I should have just used my bow.
Plus one to those.
Oh, plus
So 4.
1d4 plus 1.
So
So
5 plus 4 is
Yeah.
9.
So 9.
so 9.
9 guaranteed points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 9 damage. As you go and you look around the corner, you see these.
Oh.
Is that your turn?
Hmm?
Is that your turn? Just cast a spell.
Do you move back or anything?
Oh,
Still
yes, I
have
know. I'm
movement.
gonna
Did your
move
bonus
back
action.
behind
You're
Saoirse.
stealthing.
And let's see.
I can't sit in a chair correctly.
I do
It's
have
just
one
the
question
way
because
we
I have the
function.
feat
Yes.
stealthy,
It's the law.
and it says you add double your proficiency bonus when you
Like-
stealth.
Gives you expertise.
Yeah, it's just extra cheese.
Oh, okay. Okay, no problem. Yeah, so that's
So-
21.
All right, you quickly, Saoirse, you notice when she casts these spells, several flying missiles went towards the enemy troops, and they quickly and you see Nahiri goes and hide behind you, in the statue.
I kind of.
You saw as when you shot these missiles, also they went and kind of struck the enemy. You didn't really see any of them kill anyone, but you do see here like, oh my eye! Ah! Like a scream as you're kind of hitting, and you see more wounds appearing on several of these soldiers.
My leg!
Wilhelm scream.
Yeah.
Oh, very cringes.
Press
It's just like,
Wilhelm, no.
All right. And with that, going back up, it is now Saoirse's turn.
I'm sorry, one question. With the magic missile, don't I get sneak attack with that as well?
No.
No? Oh,
Nope.
darn it.
Saoirse, after seeing the greatness of this spell has done to them,
Well,
hold
to
him
be-
up.
I've only been like keeping an eye on Nahiri the whole time.
Why?
After you shot that arrow past me,
Well,
I'm
you've
a
been
little-
hearing you've been hearing the sounds of screams of
That's
like.
all I hear, and I don't wish to look around the corner.
All right.
Just eyeballing me the
So
entire
what are you gonna
time.
do, Susan?
Do I still have to like use concentration to
Yes.
keep it up?
Yes.
But you can use
An instantaneous
spell. So
You can't shoot other spells as long as they're not concentration.
I could cast Ice Knife.
yeah,
That's a very good
that's
one.
a good one.
Okay, I will.
But you have to look at them.
You do have to look at them.
You can look away after.
Rest in peace.
I'll take a disadvantage roll
You
and
would
just blindly
actually,
fire.
yeah, you can roll with a
You
disadvantage.
gotta like.
It'd be a
Overshot
regular
corner?
roll because
yeah, it'd be
Ah,
regular.
They are tangled, so
It's
you
like,
go-
you throw your knife back.
it just like shoots out of your hand.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just shoot out the ice and then
One arm extends around a corner and some ice shoots out of it.
All right.
Yeah.
oh, it's
So,
like
uh,
that gun that swivels around
Yeah.
the corner,
Roll +9.
Where's my?
but without the camera.
There it
scope.
is. Okay.
+9 to hit.
German
Okay.
gun.
Oh, that's gonna hit a lot of
Like the
people
one with the
too.
stuffed cat on the
Yeah. So I'm like the corners to my right. I prepare an ice knife and I just fling blindly towards the sound of where I hear a lot of screams. Just like I don't want to see this.
All right.
Wait, is that what I roll?
Yep.
G20.
Yeah.
15 to hit.
You hit.
So,
What do you roll for damage?
what spell you casting this at?
1d.
Isn't it the initial target and then the surrounding ones?
1d10.
Yep. Roll 1d10 first.
Okay.
2 for the initial, for the one person he hits.
I think it's is it a different dice?
It's 2d6, so
Yeah.
roll this twice. So
Oh.
you roll 2, so you get
Wait.
2 damage. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so 2 damage for the
Let me borrow.
one you hit.
And then they have to make a dex save, I believe.
That's a 10.
Nice.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, 10 damage for the ones that fail.
So they failed it, and it's 5 and 10, so 15. So 15 damage. As you go, you're not looking. You're just you chuck this over here, and then you don't hear any screaming anymore.
I have a look of sheer
And then
horror
you hear,
on my
as
face.
you hear a kind of a magical burst, and you hear even more cries of agony and pain.
Tell my family I love them.
I squeeze my neck, just like.
Flashbacks of the bar kind of hit your mind, going right through your head.
How did
the
You
Yeah,
know,
tavern
when
you're in.
you turn people to ice and then they shattered chunks of people all over the floor.
Yes. That.
Hey,
A quick
Nice
All I'm
PTSD
thinking of
here.
from that, all I'm thinking of from that is Blood
She
Plus.
Oh my god, is she developing PTSD already? Wow.
All right.
Or has she had it all along? Who knows?
That's my secret.
All right. And with that, it is now Oakrey's turn.
Let's wreak some havoc.
Oh boy.
You've seen this large restrained unit of men, and several of them have seen better days. You see a couple. There's like a frozen one. Several of them have their armor glowing hot. They're just writhing in agony. There's several forms that are not moving.
Okay.
From,
I'm walking forward towards them and I yell out, I would say stand still so I can hit ya, but I don't need to. And I'm going to swing in an overarching manner.
all right.
And I'm using Great Weapon Master as well.
Okay.
So, since I have advantage, first try is an 18 minus 5, so that's a 13. And second try is a 17. I'm going to use Precision Attack. So, that would be 16.
16. Yeah.
All right, that hits.
And it does 22 damage, so 32 damage.
32.
Mm-hmm. And then my second attack. I'm going to do the same thing.
All right.
So, it's a 22 minus 5.
17.
17 hit. That hits.
Okay. Does 22 damage again.
So
Holy
32.
shit, that's max damage. Oh, didn't realize that. Okay, so 32 damage.
All right.
I'm actually more happy than that. I thought I was. Yeah.
64 damage this turn.
Wow. That's my turn.
All right, you start kind of wading through. You're hacking through men and plant as you kind of going through. You're hacking forward. You do notice there's from the men that you fell down, there are several parts of them that are still hanging as you kind of keep going through, as their plants are holding the parts up.
Also, one thing is I'm making sure I'm not going to kill the person who was pointed out by Sora.
All right.
I'm going to do, if I do happen to come across them, I would use non-lethal.
Okay. You were cutting your way through. You kind of sidestep. You see this individual. You just kind of pat him on the cheek as you just walk around.
Yeah.
Good lad.
That's terrifying.
And
Okri.
with that, it is
Dad with an axe.
Sora's turn.
Santa with an axe.
I say,
Actually, a moment.
I put
And you see these units that they're kind of breaking free as they're kind of dropping their weapons as it looks like they're trying to surrender. They're like, we surrender, we surrender.
Okri yells out, "Your weapons are mine!"
Are you gonna keep attacking?
is the whole group surrendering?
This whole group that's left,
Then yeah, I won't attack him, and I won't attack him, but I will use a ready action if one of them attacks me. But I also say to the one that I'm talking to, I say, it takes a lot of balls to attack someone with these conditions. You have my praise.
you got still a look of fear in their faces.
Okri yells out, "Gather your weapons into a pile!"
They can't.
They literally can't.
As
They're
you're shouting
tied
that
up.
out, you see there's several of the weapons and limbs held aloft by branches.
I say,
Okay. Right. Is this the only enemies around?
As they seem to be surrendered to, you hear more of a marching, just and as you all look back, you see
some reinforcements.
You see three falling up now. You see more even come over the walls. More enemy troops just coming through the gaps in the wall. You do look from the side. You see the mouse folk are kind of holding their own. They seem to be kind of swarming over wounded individual soldiers, just kind of clubbing them down until they don't move. They stop moving. You see over the other side, some of the mercenaries holding, and you get a message, Belgian.
Yeah.
And you hear all right, scoot back. It's our turn to show you our plan of action. Did you hear the familiar voice of Durkin?
Then Belrothian would call these two back.
I yell at Sersha, "Drop your spell!"
I like how you've forgotten that Ebalsa still has everyone's armor on fire.
There
Still
are
have the heat metal spell going.
on most
the
of
ones who the spells are on have actually kind of expired as through the pain.
Yeah.
As they're just kind of sizzling at that point, being held aloft by plants, and
So they're all dead?
yeah, the ones who are off the spell, they're dead.
Well, I pretty much cut the one I spare out, and I say, "Do you want to be my protege?"
He just has a look of terror on his face.
I'm gonna start scooping weapons into my bag of holding.
You know you do not have time, as there's more soldiers coming from behind you.
Can't even grab a couple or something. Can I grab
You
it?
could probably you'd have to
Can I
contest
roll a
with
d4
those.
and see how much?
You have to do that. Roll a strength test.
What about
Contest
the
those
one-
plants?
It's because they're tied to their bodies.
Are we out of initiative?
Because
You know
now
he
that it's
casted
over,
it.
you have been. If you heard Belrothian.
Because if so, then I would drop the plants like.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
the
guess
drop.
weapons
The
are.
plants to
Plants.
drop,
Okay.
and
gonna
all soldiers kind of sitting there.
Okay, then I'm gonna scoop weapons to my bag of holding.
I just.
Swords, not spears.
What's your answer?
Belrothian, you also get a message of, tell the guard to fall back.
He'd actually yell, not even using the things. He would yell for Okri and Sora to fall back.
Okri yells back and then looks at the prisoners and says, "Stuff your weapons in here."
Several are seriously injured, and they're not even gonna move.
The ones that are able to.
They see their allies are coming in. They're just gonna hold their ground right there. They're not attacking.
Okay.
I'm grabbing the one.
Hey, can I... Well,
And
no. Never mind.
I'm grabbing the one like by the scruff of his armor, and I'm dragging him with me.
Oh, okay. As you hoist this young man over your shoulders, you kind of just making your way back forward towards the.
What's your name?
He is. You have his ass to your face as his head is on the
Don't
side of
care.
your body.
Don't
He does
care.
not hear you as in the din of battle.
Okay. How many weapons do I scoop into my bag of holding? my vice.
He's gonna
Don't
be,
judge me.
We'll judge.
You will. You
I
get
am a
7
knight.
swords.
He's gonna be
7
my
swords.
sword.
Okay, cool. These
All
long
right.
swords?
What?
Long swords?
Short swords.
Short swords. Okay, cool.
I mean,
As, they're all falling back. You see several of the gutter guards that are leaving. You see there's quite a number of them also on the ground who are not leaving with the group as they kind of falling back. And as you're kind of falling back behind the kind of beyond the statue, you see the enemy forces coming forward and just marching over the dead. Kind of helping some of the injured soldiers. They're coming forward. They also seem to be just stabbing the wounded of the enemy. Mostly from your views, would be the gutter guard. You see them stabbing some of the mercenary units are nearby. And as they're kind of marching in on your location, you just look like they're getting ready to fight. You're going to roll a perception roll. Except you're sure you see it free.
Your gut vision. 15.
Oh, hey, that's not good.
that's my normal, so 14.
Non-net 20.
Not nat 20.
17.
That is a 22, my dude.
22, 17,
14.
14,
15.
15. All right. All except Sora, you're just trying to get to this guy's attention. You're kind of turning around, trying to get his head. You're trying to talk to this individual, find his
Dog
name.
chasing its tail.
And everyone else sees, you see several airships drop lower. And these look a little more heavily armored than the ones that you were riding in. As they come by from kind of covering low, you see some objects are getting thrown out.
Oh, okay.
Are these humanoid objects?
No, they look like to be barrels.
Oh, boy.
And the top parts look to be these lit on fire as they're just falling on these units. Just you see as they hit, just cause
Hey, what's the colors on the ships?
They are the colors of Freehaven,
Okay, thank you.
and they seem to be exploding on these units of that are approaching. It's like bomb the entire area where you guys were just at. And over that, you still see tons of the enemy soldiers still standing. They're kind of finding their bearings. Look at their barely as the ships get even lower. And you see now humanoid figures jumping out. And you see dwarves in full battle mail, spiked battle mail, just jumping out of these ships and they just plummet to the ground, just hitting these enemy soldiers from above. Some of the dwarves are just stabbed right through by the spears raised above them, and they just land on all the enemy troops. And you just hear, Rage Stone! As they just jump down.
Oh my gosh.
And they just start beating these troops down, just rolling around. You do see a couple occasional hug as and you hear and you just hear let's get intimate.
I'm gonna elbow Sora and say, I tried out for the Battle Rangers. They said I wasn't bad enough.
Impulse's got tears in her eyes, but they're not from awe, they're from horror.
Here's leaning. She's gonna lean against Saoirse, on her shoulders, looking over,
I'm
and think just
shivering a
Yes,
what
I'm
the
shivering.
heck did I
getting
just
out my
see?
rage
With my
arrow.
god vision, do I have some perception of slowed time to see kind of see this happening?
You saw
in a-
every face of these dwarves nearby with your range, just biggest smile on their faces, how they just landed on each troop.
I start crying a little. Actually, a lot actually.
Oh,
It's just I've
And,
hunted things. I haven't done this.
he's gonna cover your eye.
Through this ensuing chaos, you do see a figure kind of start racing towards you. He seems to have two bodies hooked to his armor. One's kind of draped over, a dead body's just kind of walking towards you.
Oh my gosh.
And the other one's held onto looks like it's kind of slowly ripping off. An enemy soldier falls off. You see the figure of Durkin kind of approaches you. This is a scrap. Yeah. You're needed to go. You go take out that pesky admiral. Go find yourself a ship and get there. Think you got one waiting over by the tower.
All right.
We'll handle this. Kind of throws the body off. Just it plops to the ground.
Like ripping off Velcro.
Yes. Exactly. There's actually even a hand still on his
I
arm.
need the explicit tag on this one.
And he goes back. Well,
What
good luck to you.
It's
Hey.
just happened.
What advice? He ain't no greenhorn. He just goes back and just takes out several soldiers like a bowling ball going to pins. Kind of tumbles down.
What did he say?
He said you have a ship waiting for you at the tower.
No. Before he just turned around and went berserk.
The
again.
Admiral's no greenhorn.
Oh, okay,
I
cool.
mean, you don't get to be an admiral by being a noob in the.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know.
Alright, so what are y'all gonna do?
I'll
very
tell
good.
them we have our next line of work lined up.
Alright.
All right.
As you all head over to you're heading towards the tower, you see the fighting is still thick. You see several ships are dropping down to receive the wounded, and they're kind of flying them off to healing to kind of infirmaries and healing areas. You do see there was a makeshift kind of infirmary right there next to the tower. So you see a lot of the guild workers there. Several of the guild guards that you look for the familiar guild guard uniforms are kind of guarding it.
Is it finally able to, there's talking distance, like, for I could talk to this person now?
You can.
What is your name?
Oh God, please put me down.
Do you want to be my fledgling?
What?
You did great about it. As I pull it, because he's, how tall is he?
When you pull him, you look closer. You see to be kind of a younger man. Looks to be about like 16 of age. He's
That's a child.
Kyle, oh
I'm
no.
gonna be next to this and say, you might want to take the deal. The other choice could be death. You don't know what those dragonborns, especially with this savage.
kind of looking.
Are you near us?
Yeah, I'm right next to you. I have him, as I say.
Nahiri's looking like in horror, being like, be nice to the small child.
As I put him to the ground, I put my hands on his shoulders.
Notice that heavy weight as he
War prisoner.
Flumps from your arms go on his shoulders.
You can be a terrible war prisoner and be held out and be.
Do you want to be drawn and quartered?
Do you
Oh
want
my
to be
gosh.
possibly just lose your honor, or do you want to gain honor with me?
As you're kind of just talking to this vigil, Bell, you can see the ship kind of appear towards you. You see the familiar form of your engineer who was actually with you earlier.
Nice.
I'm back. I believe I'm here to give you a lift.
Yes, I believe that is the next course of action.
Nahiri shouts, yes, please.
What is your answer?
You kind of just like pause and look.
If he says no, can I kill him?
One of the you see one of the guild guard kind of walk up and just kind of grab him and kind of pulls him away from you and kind of seems to be tying him up with rope. We've got him from here.
Thank the gods.
You've got your duties.
And Nahiri's gonna go behind Sora and start pushing him slowly towards the boat.
You're gonna try pushing him. Your feet kind of just go backwards.
Treat him right. He is a warrior. And then I go on the ship.
All right.
I go onto the ship, take out a pipe, and start smoking it and resting.
All right. As the ship lifts off, kind of lifts off pretty quick, and you're kind of almost forced down to the ground. So actually, you can roll a dex save. I want to say, everyone roll a dex save.
I see this, so I can roll advantage.
I'm gonna choose to fail this just so I can collapse on my knees.
Oh, okay.
And then you stay laying down.
As I get on the ship, though, I
Dex.
vividly remember. I
18.
vividly write.
16.
Would you roll?
19.
21.
Jeez. Let's roll, okay.
I rolled a.
Oh.
Hang on. I have.
I see a single digit.
It's 9, but hang on. There's more to that. It's 9 plus 4 because my shield.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
All right. Just kind of lift off. Saoirse, you kind of just fall down and pretty much on all fours from the sheer impact of when going up such a quick speed. Okay, you drop your you actually drop your pipe on the ground.
Oh.
Okay.
You kind of say just fall and tumbling on the ship and just kind of slides away.
I step on it to stop it.
Okay, you step on it. You guys just quickly rise up above. You see the tower kind of dwindling as you go above it. As you go back up above, you see the continuous dogfight. Not as fierce as it was, but looks to be more of the ships are kind of side by side and look like they're boarding each other. Kind of a boarding fight, and you hear the clash of steel. And you do see the familiar giant ship of Foss's former party barge. As it just seems to be being boarded by several ships, and you see bouts of flame just from the deck.
I'm gonna help
And-
Saoirse back to her feet.
All right.
I'm gonna pick up my pipe, smack out the ember, and just put it away ungleefully.
And with that, you're kind of going forward. He's just kind of playing. So, I was told you were to take you to one of the Navy bases.
Yes.
All right. As kind of points out, seems to telling you about one of the locations he was told. And to your understanding, you know of this base. It's you pretty much through this information you hear that this is where the traitorous admiral is. His main
Okay.
base.
Cool.
As we're flying, I say, Sersha,
What?
good job. And I look out to the sky.
He's actually gonna go over to Sora.
I'm kind of
making a dex
confused,
save.
but I'm still shell shocked.
Make it a dex save.
Oh, okay. Do I see this?
All of us?
No, you don't see this.
Oh, okay.
Never mind.
16.
I think there's this one, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
19.
I did the wrong dexterity last time. Oh, well.
16.
12? Wait,
Plus your dex.
16.
All right, 16. So DC
21.
DC was 14. So you surpass it. You gotta catch yourself as you feel the ship shake because you see several.
I would say that's something.
It looks like it's being shot at by other ships. And you see the permission to use dodge tactics.
Yes, of course.
All right, just you go drop down into actually the town, the city of Freehaven. You're kind of dodging in between the buildings actually now.
I'm gonna tie my climber's kit to the rail. Actually, no, to the mast.
Oh
my
you put it
gosh.
around the mast and just kind of going between them, kind of near the canals, just right above. You do see there's actually fighting in the streets as you're going by. You can roll perception checks. If you really want to roll, you can, Saoirse, if you want.
I don't want to
mean,
look
the
at any of this.
Okay, you don't want to look at anything?
I don't want to see anything right now. I'll just listen.
15.
I got a
Oh,
as much-
20.
actually,
That's even
nat 20?
horrifying.
I got
Actually,
it.
no.
I got a
I'll
20.
cover my ears.
I also got 23.
Never mind. I'll cover my
23?
ears.
What'd you roll?
14.
Okay.
Passive.
15.
15.
23.
I think. All right, those who are so, Balsa, Rothian, and Sora. As you're looking around, you see several of these figures that you're interested in. You see more of the Gutter Guard, and look the other. Looks to be what you say would be the Thieves Guild. Look like they're fighting other soldiers. Look like they're doing hit and run tactics. Look like they're coming kind of out and stabbing from behind, like kind of pulling the soldiers in, kind of stabbing them in the back. You do see other familiar dwarves with spiked armor jumping from buildings on top of these other soldiers. You do see look to be friendly look like to be friendly or croaker, you're guessing, or grabbing soldiers and bringing them up high and just let them go.
Nice.
You see from your vision, you see as you're looking around, you do make out some of your thieves guild. That looks like they are assisting.
Nice. And here just shouts, yeah! She's proud of her guild.
You would see the same thing. You see the thieves, and you do look to be what you would call assassins. Look like helping and defending the city. And you have your ears closed, and you're looking just at the deck because you're like,
Yeah, I
no,
don't want
no.
to see anything right now. I'm just like, no. Shaking my head.
All right.
I'm trying to rest as well.
All right. As you, after a couple minutes, you seem to be coming towards the tower, and you do see kind of fighting kind of thick, but look the what you would see the colors of Foss look like they're pushing back the troops from Bloodgate.
Oh, before
As
we
you-
approach the tower, Mikri's gonna go over to Sora and look at him and be like, were you serious about treating me draconic?
As Sora's like looking at it, kind of puzzled, I was like, yeah, weird question to ask in a wartime, but
She needs
yes,
to know.
Draconic, you want to learn my language?
Yes.
Can Eve hear this?
Yeah, you're on the same ship. You can hear it.
Okay. She's gonna watch you too.
She's like, yes, I like to learn. I know I'm a thief, but knowledge is something I value.
You're talking to there's explosions behind you. Are you gonna teach me Draconic?
Yes.
All right, there's
She needs
to know.
clash of steel and all the screams.
I say, yes, and I'll teach you 2 words.
What do you say?
For glory!
In Draconic?
Yes. You have to say that.
I have to say that?
Yeah, say that out of the top of your lungs. And I'll teach you
What
Draconic.
did you say
I
for
tell
in
you-
draconic?
yes,
You
and
didn't
it's-
tell me what it means though?
Say what I just said, and then I'll teach you.
Is that payment for it or
Just say it.
at the top of my lungs?
Yes.
Are you
And I pull out some more paint, put this on as well.
Oh,
I draw the line there.
are you gonna shout it out?
She's just gonna.
She's
like slowly, like her cheeks are darkening, like she's.
As
turning,
that's
she's, like,
happening, I say,
Are
that's
you gonna
just.
shout it out?
Well, first she's gonna try to pronounce it because she doesn't know how to say it. Lickety split.
Roll performance.
Performance. Oh gosh, I can't believe. Oh, I have a -1 in that too.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Don't
That's a 3.
And the thing is, you just kind of shout out. This is a guttural
No, she
cry.
doesn't. She doesn't shout it. She does not shout it at first. She's just gonna go. She's just.
You know, you
regular
shout,
loud.
right,
She's
you
like,
start talking. It just sounds like some guttural cry, like just like some sound something dying makes.
He also winces really hard.
Sora hits his chest and said, louder!
I look over
she's just turned.
and I say to Nahiri, "You weren't struck in combat, were you? Are you wounded?"
She's covering her face. She's so embarrassed.
With those who got over 20 for their perception, you also did see many look to be civilian casualties. As during this festival, you do see a lot of the broken decorations look like they're torn down, and a lot of the tables with the goods were flipped over in haste. As you're traveling.
Horrifying.
Well, while you're screaming this, are you trying your best to do it?
She's not screaming it. She just kind of said at normal tone.
But
But she's very visibly uncomfortable and embarrassed.
But I see you trying to do it.
Yeah, you can see like she's like stumbling. She's like, what?
And then you just see Sora smiling, and he puts a hand. Haha. I was just messing with you.
All right.
Of course, I will teach you my language.
And as you approach
Can I punch him in the gut?
You can hurt your hands on his armor.
as you were kind of coming down to a stop, and you do hear the drivers. There's the keep. As you pull up, you do see to be a very well fortified keep, and it is hoisting the colors of Bloodgate.
During this, were we able to get a short rest at least?
No.
Okay.
And we're going to end there. Thank you for joining us and this episode of Swordfeet Adventures, and join us for the next episode. Have a good day.